All right, welcome everyone. We are live. We're doing some fun things tonight. We have the best battle OST tournament tonight, and we also are melting Home Depot bucket full of aluminum cans. So we're doing two things tonight. Feel free to skip ahead, guys, to the melt if that's what you're here for. We're going to start with the tournament. So let's go right to our bracket here. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, so here's who we got competing today. So we have the opera singer from Nier Automata, BFG division from Doom. I'm going to say the Doom tracks are going to be tough to beat. Those are my shoe-ins to win. However, the opera singer's probably musically a better piece than the Doom tracks. But man, what Doom does. Okay, anyway, continuing. We have Star Scourge Radahn, best track in Elden Ring, if you ask me. I actually like it more than Promised Consort Radahn. Post in the comments if you think I'm wrong, but I'm not. Battle with Adraman from Dante's Inferno. That's the theme for the first fight with Death, and I think it's the battle theme for Francesco too, I think, in the Circle of Violence. Another good one. That one just like captures the feel of the game incredibly well. The Only Thing They Fear Is You from Doom Eternal. Killer track. Gets that blood pumping when you start playing. Ballet de Violetas from Blasphemous. If you haven't played Blasphemous games, hugely recommend it. It's not super well known, but they're really good. That song's great. Ludwig, the Accursed, and the Holy Blade. Best track from Bloodborne, if you ask me. Super cool. And then we gotta have a Final Fantasy. You can't have a best OST list without any Final Fantasy tracks in there. My favorite battle track is actually Final Fantasy VIII, Don't Be Afraid. Killer tracks. I got some clips I'll show you guys as we determine our brackets. First time we get to each of these, I will show you a short clip of each of the songs kind of in context of where you'll get it, because I do judge them in context of where you'll get the music. All right, let's get to our randomizer like usual, guys. If anyone's in the chat, you are welcome to suggest a number of times for me to roll. Otherwise, I'm going to use a four-sided dice to determine how many times I'm going to roll the randomizer. I think it's time for some root beer. Add one more can to the mix for tonight, guys. Oh, I love root beer so much. It's the best. All right, we're getting to the randomizer, guys. So, our number, four-sided dice. We got a 3. I'm going to randomize it 3 times. There's 1, 2, and 3. Record the numbers here. Let's see. We got it. 2, 7, 4, 8, 6, 3, 1, 5. The reason I randomize them, guys, is because I like to not know who's going to be up against who, because there's some in all of these tournaments where I feel like if they're paired up against certain people, they just won't win. But against others, they might win. So kind of fun. Stop sharing that screen. Let's get to our brackets, and we'll set everyone up and see who's against who for the best battle track. The songs that get you the most amped up, that best personify what's happening in the game. That's what I'm talking about. All right, back to here. The battle OST. All right, so we got 2 versus 7 to start. BFG division. Oh my gosh, this is a rough start. BFG division versus Ludwig to start. Oof. These two are fantastic tracks. That's going to be fun to see how that one pans out. 4 versus 8, which is Battle with Adraman and Don't Be Afraid from Final Fantasy. Yeah, all right. Next we got 6 versus 3, Ballet de Violetas, Blasphemous, and then 3, which is Star Scourge Radahn. The last 2, 1 opera singer versus The Only Thing They Fear Is You. Woo! Oh man, guys, this is gonna be good. I think we got some good matchups here. This first one's gonna be deadly. One game I've been getting super into, you guys. and I've been making videos on them too. And one that I don't know how to review all the way is Nier Automata. It's an old game, but I recently started playing it, and it's weird. One of the weirdest games ever. You have to play through it, the main campaign twice, basically, to get to the end of the game. One from one character's perspective, and then one from the other's perspective. But it's fun. It's kind of like a Devil May Cry, Bayonetta style game, but it's got an interesting story that I kind of get behind, but I also don't. It's ultra pessimistic. It's like a lot of the characters are just telling you like life is meaningless the whole time and all that fun stuff. But you have there'll be spoilers for Nier, so if you want spoilers, stay tuned. If you don't want spoilers, skip ahead. Basically, Earth got conquered by aliens, and they fled to the moon and created like a star base where they make androids to try to take Earth back. And the aliens who conquered Earth have created these machines. So you have like this proxy war between the humans, which have been driven from their planet, and the aliens that are somewhere on Earth. And there's kind of just like this endless war between these machine creatures, androids and machines, basically, or robots. And it's like an endless war between these two species. And a lot of people have told me it's like the best game they've ever played. I don't go that far with it. Definitely not that far, but it's weirdly addictive, and I don't know why. You guys tell me why I'm addicted to this game and why I'm playing through it a second time. But anyway, they try to do a lot of big emotional beats in the game. And a lot of people say, you know, it's like the most profound story they've ever gone through in a video game. It's emotional, it'll make you cry. It definitely didn't make me emotional at all. Like Gears of War 2 did, like when you have to kill Dom's wife and all that stuff. And we're like the Final Fantasy games. They had moments in games that legit made me sad. It's hard to sympathize with the characters in here because they're all robots, I guess. Maybe that's hard for me to get past. Like they're always spoiler alert, big spoiler for like what happens in the story. The humans have long since died and the aliens have long since died, and really the machines are fighting a pointless war. Just like no reason for it, basically. And then the story becomes like, what do you do when your directive has been removed? And I think they try to tag that into atheism a lot, I think, and like kind of bring up the idea of like how do you find meaning and stuff without God and all that. But you know, I'm not a nihilist, I'm not a naturalist at all, I'm a Christian, but it's interesting getting other perspectives on life, and something that resonates with a lot of people too, because people feel really moved by the story of like these robots trying to find purpose when they learn that their war is meaningless and they don't have directives anymore. Which really, that's kind of like what you know, if you choose to be atheist, what that kind of is it's you know, you have to fight with that question of what's life without your directives. You make your own directives, or do you embrace nihilism and all that fun stuff? I like philosophy too, guys, so I get into that kind of stuff. But the interesting thing about the story is the creatures, the androids that are suffering through this existential crisis, you know, of meaning and like, do they even exist? Can they have feelings? Their creators are actually real in the story, which is a little bit ironic considering I feel like it's a very one-dimensionally not nuanced story at all. Like there's no nuance in the messaging and stuff of the story. They're definitely like coming from one perspective and one only. But it's kind of ironic that the actual creators are actually real and they exist. You know, well, they did exist, but it's an interesting story and it makes you think a lot. I just don't get the emotional beats. I just think it's a lot of fun and it's a well-designed game that has an interesting progression. Let me know what you guys think of the game too if you played it. I recommend it. It's just when I played through multiple times, I don't get it the same way other people get it, but I still find it really interesting. That's probably just because I'm someone that's always liked learning about other people's worldviews and what they think, even though I'm pretty set on mine. I don't know. It's a good game. I want to play through Elden Ring again, but my brother is still borrowing it. I want to do the DLC again. Fight Bale. Bale's like the second time I played Bale with my brother, who's becoming one of my favorite boss fights pretty quick. There's something about that way that fight is. It's just like it's always just you win by the hair of your teeth every time you win, but it doesn't take forever to learn. It's like you have to learn a couple key things about it by dying like 10 times, and then you can get through it. We're nearing the end of this melt here, guys. Then we'll get back to the OST tournament. Yeah, check it out. Only a few cans left. We're almost done. We'll pour it. We'll turn this furnace off. A brand new ingot to add to the mix. I might edit down this stream and repost it too, since I had all the technical difficulties at the beginning. We'll come down to a shorter, it's a shorter stream, so if you guys want to watch it in the replay, it'll be a little better. It'll be a better watching experience. All right, 3 cans left. We'll see how much metal we get. You get surprisingly little metal from doing it. Yeah. But it is free. You just drink soda, then you throw them in. I'm not addicted to soda, too. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, this metal's looking nice. Now that I scooped all the junk out of it. All right, we're going to use this guy for our mold today. All right, let's get a little good vantage point here. Get all up and close and personal with this. Nice. That looks good. It turned out A-okay. It's the only way to do it. All right. So our first matchup is BFG Division versus Ludwig. Let's see if it'll load it up and play it all right. That's much better. I'll be adjusting the sound levels on the fly, so we'll see if we can get the sound levels good. The BFG Division carries the sounds or the song so well. Oh man, so good. All right, let's go to Ludwig. This is going to be a hard fight. These are two great tracks. It's pretty good. Yeah, another song that just gets you pumped when it's going. BFG Division and Ludwig. So Ludwig is musically a better piece. BFG Division, however, is one of the most exciting things to experience when you're playing a game. Ludwig's track is also exciting. I think I got to give it to BFG Division, though, because the way the soundtracks work in Doom is just so freaking perfect. Well, Charlotte's here. Boo, Horseman stinks. Yeah, I agree. And you know what's funny is I'll say now I did a couple polls on different webs, or I guess like on X, Instagram, and YouTube. And BFG Division took a pretty big chunk of the votes. I love Ludwig. It's a great song. BFG Division, it's got to take it. All right, Battle with Adraman. I don't know if you guys have played Dante's Inferno, but this one is freaking cool. Gotta see if these tracks work here. Let me see. Yeah, what I'm doing, Charlotte, is we're going through. I just finished melting some cans. I'm going to show you little tracks of each of the songs. Yes, Charlotte. This. Anytime I accidentally sodomize myself, this is the track I use. Yeah, that track does such a good job of like. It's so early in the game, but like essentially your character dies really early in the game. Spoiler alert, and you're condemned to hell. So death comes to steal you away, and like reality's crumbling, and like the song just like screams like the descent into the darkness. It's so good, super good. And we got that versus Don't Be Afraid by Final Fantasy. This one's a classic. It's probably my oldest song on here. Oldest song, one of the best Final Fantasy fight songs in my opinion. I love this one. See, tell me that doesn't smack. You got Zell kicking some ass. All right, yes. So it's either the song that I accidentally sodomized myself to, or Final Fantasy. It's gotta be Battle with Adraman. Such a good, like, horrific fight song. Oh, so good. Ballet de Valettes. Around the Blasphemous versus Star Scourge Radon. All right, Ballet de Valettes. This one's good too. Now I agree. Dante's Inferno takes that just because it's so cool. Turn it up a little. This one's sick. The Amonositas are great. They're so fun. All right, so we got Ballet de Valettes. Great game. It's really good soundtrack. Blasphemous has great soundtrack. And Star Scourge Radon. Ooh, the best of Elden Ring, if you ask me. Yeah. The music perfectly follows what's going on. Dude, he stunned him right out of the air. Hilarious. This one's kind of hard to hear the music as much, but I'm sure you guys know this track. This part's sick. See, that's so sick though. It captures the character of the character, or that. Yeah, that captures the character of that character so well though. That's hard. That is very hard. I can listen to the full song of Star Scourge Radon more than I can listen to Ballet de Valettes though. I actually think I'm going to give it to Star Scourge because it captures the character so well. I feel like the entire song tells a story, and it's just like if you get locked in with Star Scourge Radon and you're not dying, and you're actually like dodging attacks and stuff, and that music's playing, it's kind of like Doom, and it just gets you amped up. It puts you in that other place. Now I can't believe a little bit got taken out so early, but I mean it is BFG division. We got the opera singer from Nier Automata, and The Only Thing They Fear Is You. Oof. Can Nier take down a Doom song? Let's see if they can. All right, go to Nier, or opera singer from Nier. Fun game though. It has a good soundtrack. It's very Japanese and very kind of anime.
What the hell?
Our records don't say anything about a machine like this.
Yeah, so many cool attacks from this boss. This boss has such variety in its attacks, it's crazy. And this person's playing on a really high difficulty. If you get caught by any of those things, you're pretty much done for. Yeah, it's like, how do you dodge that? You gotta go right through it, baby. Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a very fun boss. And, you know, I don't prefer... Charlotte says, far too anime. Mick Gordon all the way. You know, it is like a very good fight. But yeah, it is very anime. That is for sure. All right. The only thing they fear is you. I mean, Doom might just sweep this. That is totally possible because it is the Doom OST. Now we got Doom Eternal's best battle track. This is some like crazy person who's just like, dude, when this song gets going though, with how fast Doom Eternal is, you just like, it gets your adrenaline going and you start playing faster. It's incredible. It's a really good feeling. This guy's just quick switching nonstop. Yeah, I think I've seen enough. Yeah, I really like Opera Singer, but Only Thing They Fear Is You is a better track for what it does, which is get you pumped for the fight. All right. On to BFG Division and Battle with Adraman. This one doesn't feel very close. Wait, Charlotte says BFG 10K wins over The Only Thing They Fear Is You? Really? I haven't listened to that one enough, I guess. My light keeps turning off. Hang on a second here. There we go. So BFG, huh? Okay. My only issue with The Only Thing They Fear Is You, and kind of the whole Doom Eternal soundtrack compared to Doom 2016, is it feels too cheerful. Yeah, the BFG Doom 2016 soundtrack is like, it just fits the theme better. The Only Thing They Fear Is You is a very cheerful track, and a lot of their tracks is like kind of more groovy, which I don't know if it fits as well, but it still gets you pumped when you hear it. Anyway, BFG Division feels like a pretty easy win over Battle with Adraman, as much as I like Dante's Inferno. I got to give it to BFG Division. That's not super difficult. Star Scourge Radon, and The Only Thing They Fear Is You. Oh, man. Okay. The light just keeps turning off. Light, stay on. Whatever. So, man, this is hard. Radon and The Only Thing They Fear Is You. So, both of them get you pretty dang pumped when you got it going. Star Scourge Radon carries the character. Charlotte says, my taint appreciates the choice of BFG Division over Battle with Adraman. Yeah. I mean, that is my music for anytime I severely wound myself in any of my videos. But it's like, oh man, Battle with Adraman is just such good, like you've discovered something horrific music, and it's exciting at the same time. It's really good at that. And Dante's Inferno is just fun. It's a really good game. Man, okay, so Star Scourge Radon, Only Thing They Fear Is You. I think it's got to go to, oh my gosh. I feel like Star Scourge, because it times with the battle so well. The Only Thing They Fear Is You just kind of plays over any battle under certain levels. And it will get you pumped through it. But Star Scourge Radon like syncs with what's happening in its specific fight extremely well. I think it's got to go Star Scourge, honestly, over Only Thing They Fear Is You. And that's intense, because Doom is one of the kings of OSTs, if you ask me. So BFG Division, Star Scourge Radon. I think as much as the character is good for Star Scourge, like the way it characterizes, and it gets you pumped too, but BFG Division is like the ultimate. It's so good. BFG Division is so good, they brought it back for Doom Eternal. Like 2 times during that game, they bring back the original BFG Division. It's that good. They couldn't just let it die with the first game. I don't think BFG Division's beatable. It just doesn't seem like it. It's the best battle track of all time. It's got to go BFG Division. You did it, Mick Gordon. You made a great song. Charlotte, choose wisely. You might lose a sub. Hey, I don't know. I might lose a couple of Starscourge Radon simps too. I simp for Radon, but not over Mick Gordon. Yeah, it goes BFG Division, guys. Best battle soundtrack, BFG Division. That's what it is. All right, I'm gonna see if we can knock this piece of metal out of its mold, and I'll show you guys the cool little puck we made. And we'll call it a night. All right, let's bring it over. You guys are with me now. I can stop sharing my screen. What am I doing? Stop sharing. Yep. Charlotte's got it. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys got it. BFG Division. People voted that one the best too. Like out of all the polls I did, BFG Division definitely took that one. That's hard to beat. It really is. The whole soundtrack's really good though. And I like Doom Eternal's soundtrack. It's just always so cheerful. And I don't know, it feels unfitting even though I'm getting pumped. It's weird. All right, where's my plug? All right, let's flip this guy over. Yeah, there it is. You can see the metal right there. I'm gonna smack it out. Where'd I put my hammer at? And why does the light keep turning off? Need a better light, dudes. All right, here we go. We're gonna pound it out. There we go. Coming out. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Got some ice to pour on it. Got us a nice little aluminum puck here. We're melting this whole bucket of cans. All right. Is this guy hot? Yeah, it's still a little hot. Let's cool it down for a minute, and I don't even know if I need to clean this up. It looks pretty good. We'll toss it right in the bucket. We'll call it a night. Yeah, all right. That ain't too hot. Yeah, look at this guy. Pretty cool. Yeah, Charlotte loves a good puck. All right, guys. Nice. Another night well done. Gosh, dang it, late. All right, so I'm trapped out here in the woods. I'm not sure what next week's going to be. It might be a like best moment in a video game, maybe, or like maybe something like that. I'll announce it soon, but it might be best moment in a video game, like the most memorable moment. One that's coming to mind immediately is Condemned Criminal Origins, the mannequin scene, like the department store mannequins. That's one that I'll pretty much never forget as a memorable moment. Or it could be something like Gears, like I mentioned earlier, Gears of War 2, when you have to kill Dom's wife. That's pretty memorable and a pretty intense moment. I think that was one of the few video game moments that I actually got teary-eyed at. So that's a moment. Don't judge me. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night. Enter suggestions for what next week's tournament should be. These are fun. I like doing them. All right, guys. Until next time. Yeah. Condemned. Charlotte forgot about Condemned. Never forget about Condemned. It's a great game. I want to play through it again. All right, guys. Have a good night.